I'll use my hands.
Oh, okay, we'll do it together.
I'll use my hands if you use your hands.
An up-and-coming
A lot
actor
of sex
does this
appeal.
intimidate
I have a
you.
lot of sex appeal. Like, it's off the charts. Yeah, maybe I need to take my charisma down a little, in fact.
Yeah.
And self-delusion is off the charts
Yeah,
also.
that's also...
Ready?
Yes.
What's up, guys? My name is Nikhil Kinney. This is Menu Please, and you look eternally confused and eager for love. And that's okay, because what is love anyways? Some abstract construct. We're all looking for it. And I promise you, you will find your special someone someday. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but someday. Until then, sit back, grab some popcorn, because today we have the stars of Netflix's new show, Eternally Confused and Eager for Love. Guess who really had to fight for that intro? It's me. Please welcome Rahul Bose, Suchitra Pillai and Vihaan Samat. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'd like to start off by saying two things. One, I got early access to watch the show. I really loved it. Yes, I know. I sometimes watch it before you guys.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Good.
And second of all, because your show is about love and finding love, we decided today's food theme would be your preferred first date meals. So we asked each of you what you would order on your first date. And so we're going to do that in a couple of courses.
Okay.
Starting with Suchitra's.
God, that looks very posh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it looks like sushi.
It does. It does.
So Vihaan, do you know that in Japan, really good sushi is meant to be eaten with your fingers?
Really?
Yeah. So that the temperature of your fingers is actually the right temperature to pick up the sushi with.
Oh, that's
do
really
that.
cool. I feel like you're messing with me though.
No, I'll use my hands.
Oh, okay, we'll do it together.
I'll use my hands if you use your hands.
They are
Should
very
we?
excited about what I've ordered.
Is it,
actually.
Yeah,
maybe serve you
So
first.
it's working. Your
Yes,
first date
yes,
meal is
yes,
working.
yes.
And why is this your preferred first date meal?
Because, you know, it's a nice way to break the ice. I say, I'm going to order something that sounds like my name.
Ah.
So, you know.
You can do better than that.
Yeah. And also, it's a very neat thing to have, you know, when
Yeah,
you're
it's
with
like
someone. As Rahul was
fixed
saying, you can even,
mouthfuls.
you know, if he accepts you when you're eating with your hands, first date, then
Then you're set.
you're set, right?
Golden.
Yeah. Plus,
So
you can
it
see if
works.
they're a cultured person, you know, whether they're eating with chopsticks
Correct.
or with hands.
Yeah, or with
as soon as they eat with the hands, you know, this is the
This
person.
is the this is the person.
This is really good
Very nice.
sushi.
Oh my
No
god,
lie.
uncultured kuth. I can't believe you're using chopsticks to eat sushi.
So
Love
good
it.
one, good one.
Love it. Well, I really like this. I think this is a great first date meal.
Yeah.
Speaking of first dates, this show, Vihaan, is about you, your character, who is a 25-year-old boy trying to find love.
Yeah.
Problem is, he's super awkward and he's never been in love before.
Right.
Right? So, I wanted to ask, like, in your growing up years,
Yeah.
can you relate to this character in any way? Were you guys, like, awkward with love?
Yeah, I was pretty, there's a lot of Ray that was in me when I was younger. Constantly obsessing, not sure what to say, messing up, fumbling.
Okay.
And now you're
Now
all
I'm
that's
like
behind you?
just so like completely settled in the head. It's insane.
sorted.
I've really come put together.
Genuinely can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not, but
We'll find out later as well as the finger thing. We'll find out.
Yeah.
My first love when I was 17, it was long distance. He was in Calcutta, I was in Bombay, and I would go every evening to
Calcutta?
No, I would go every evening to car telephone exchange, and I would take a friend with me, and there was only those STD booths, right? And I would make sure that they were holding the bag of coins. You had to put one rupee, right?
What?
So they'd be standing there, one of my friends, she'd be standing there and putting the coins while I would be talking.
In those days, STD was the true path to true love.
Yes, not not the other
My
version.
God,
of
this
STD.
is some next level wing woman. So Rahul, your character gives him a piece of advice, which is when you go out on a date with somebody, it's more important what you don't say. You got to catch your bullshit and
Be your own diaper.
be your own diaper. Yeah, it's great advice. So I wanted to ask you guys, do you have any advice for somebody out there who's struggling with love?
It really depends on what you want. Because if you just want to ensnare somebody who you want to ensnare, you can be that person she wants you to be. But if it's love, you have no option but to expose yourself fully.
I agree.
So that's for sure.
Yeah.
And then you just got to hope for the best.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's no tactics to that.
Okay, so speaking of which, I mean, we're in a very weird sort of generation of dating right now. Everything's online, like you meet people online before you ever, you fall in love with them before you ever meet them. But what was it like when you guys were in school? I'm sure parents were stricter back then as well.
Yeah, so it was a girls' school, so I had no option of falling in love with anybody in school. But I did have crushes, and I would cycle past my first crush, he was in a school which was close to mine, every day, just to pass by his building to see him leaving for school. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Was he the Kolkata guy? Or?
No.
Okay. What about you? I mean, you're in a different generation of this. Do you miss the fact that letters and just like...
Oh yeah, that was beautiful.
You don't have any instant communication.
Yeah, that sounds a bit romantic, but I think the wait would kill me a little bit. Like sending it, and then, I don't know what.
Yeah, waiting
No,
for the
shit, was that spelling
No
mistake
read
there?
receipt. Oh, God.
Like her life changes.
That's
my
all the
life
good part. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's
It's
fantastic.
just like I want that response. It's
Dot,
like
dot,
more
dot,
like real
dot,
life.
dot, dot,
Yeah.
dot, dot,
That
dot,
response.
dot, dot,
Yeah,
dot.
emoji.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, I think earlier when I was younger, I feel like I looked for the codependency in this love and relationships, and I was seeking that because I never had that. But now I'm a little bit older. I feel like it's more so giving each other support and space and moving in the same direction with each other, like companionship, which I feel is I'm stressing that a bit.
All right. On that incredible note, smart guy. Let's bring in the second course, which is actually your course. Can we guess what his first date meal would be?
Somebody who doesn't know anything about dating, as far as the character is concerned, then if he was going that way, then he'd probably choose like a hamburger or something. Yeah, but Vihaan himself, I think, would choose something fancy. I don't know.
Fancy. Alright, let's just bring it in.
Dim sum.
Dim sum.
Dim sum.
In fact, this is what he selected as well. Rahul.
Oh, you selected dim sum?
Yes.
Well done. Well done.
Father like
Whose son are you, idiot?
Yeah.
Your son. There we go.
Wow, these are
Amazing.
great. You know what? I'm sensing a pattern. You guys are very
you vegetarian?
smart.
Yeah.
A mouthful, like bite-sized.
Yes, and you can order like a bunch of it, so you can like have like 5 different dishes and like.
You know, that's my problem
How
with
cool is that
restaurants.
both of you
Like,
chose the
this is
same
I
one?
can't pick which one to order. So how do you navigate
so that's
that?
why you order like 4.
Yeah, you ordered
2 veg, 2
4 5
non-veg.
different ones.
This also which I have with my
No.
hands.
No,
Okay.
this you can use.
This makes me so happy.
Oh my god, it's yum.
Compliments to the
Black
chef.
chicken.
Where's the best dumpling you've ever had?
Fu has really nice dumplings. There's also this place in Queens in New York called White Bear, which is this tiny little store where they like just not renovated in like 40 years, but the food is on point. Like you know that's what they care about.
I think dim sum, especially
Streets of
even
Singapore.
yeah, exactly. I was just going to say, the smaller places.
Like the street.
Yeah.
It's their version of Golgappa.
Yeah.
You just keep having,
Having.
pani puri or puchka, whatever you call it. It's like boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Wow. So you
Chalo.
mentioned New York, and I know you studied there.
Yeah.
Can you tell me, like, was it different to navigate love and finding love and dating over there versus here?
Yeah, it was.
What's
I mean,
different?
I think first of all, for the first few months or first year, adjusting to a new country, a new set of culture, I wasn't like going around dating a lot of people. I'll be honest, I was very much in my room a lot of the times, or studying, or actually just going out at random places. But when it comes to dating, they're a little bit more relaxed with it. If a breakup happens, a breakup happens. Here it's like, oh shit, what happened? How do we fix it? Like, and why are they not back together?
And
So-
20 people get involved.
2 people get involved. There's
It's also cultural. New York, 3 days is a long-term relationship in New York.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
Oh my god.
And here, 3 days you get engaged.
Yeah. I did date a girl for about 2 years, and that was nice. So it's just you find the people that you want to attract.
Okay.
Anyway.
What about you guys? Do you think acting school is
I've never
necessary?
been to acting school, and I did engineering, but acting happened, and then it's been 27 years now.
Okay.
Still happening.
It's a strong no then? Not required?
Not required.
What about you?
You have to empathize, you have to have an expressive face, you have to...
Yeah.
There are many other parts.
Okay.
Sex appeal, charisma,
Yeah.
screen presence, just something, the X factor, whatever people call it, And that's really what makes the different levels of popularity.
As an up-and-coming actor,
A lot of sex
does this
appeal.
intimidate
I have
you?
a lot of sex appeal. Like it's off the charts. I have no need to work on that. Yeah, maybe I need to take my charisma down a little. In fact.
Yeah.
Your
And-
confidence is high.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And self-delusion is off the charts
Yeah,
also.
that's also. Yeah.
Speaking of self-delusion, your character in this show, the person you talk to the most in this series is a little action figure named
Wiz.
Wiz.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you guys, do you have like this imaginary sort of third-person monologue in your head that you find yourself talking to?
I don't really talk to a voice in my head. This was more of a exaggerated version of, especially in workshops, it was like a little bit of a
Wait, was anybody
mess.
like saying the lines out to you, or were you just like,
Yeah,
oh, how are you doing?
there was a person.
There was somebody
there was
there.
a
Okay.
saying the lines.
So it wasn't like kind of creepy watching you.
No. It wasn't like I was just doing some interpretive kind of. Yeah, it was.
Because I remember when I was a child, like my action figures were my thoughts. Like I would speak to them.
Yeah.
But now it's evolved into like sometimes I literally talk to myself as like, hey, do this, do that.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, that's the genius of Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah.
Because Hobbes is actually from Calvin's head.
Yeah.
And there's somebody calling the bullshit in his life.
Yeah.
Who's telling him exactly how it goes. We all have that. We all know.
Yeah.
This was your course. It's
Yeah.
time for mine. Let's bring in the third course. What do you think it is?
Does it rhyme with pizza?
Oh my God, you're a genius.
It
Let's
does.
bring in pizza.
There we go.
Oh,
There we are.
it's my course. Pizza. Okay. So I want to talk about Dil Chahta Hai and Jankar Beats. Those were cult films that, like, I imagine at that time it really hit home with the youth, right? So, like, I want to know what is that experience like, and did people come up to you and say, "Man, this related so much to me"?
Yeah, lots of girls came up to me and said, "We wish we were like Priya, you know, and who would just have her boyfriend like this." You know, under her thumb. People sat up and did notice that film, and it was a cult film. It was something that changed the face of the way
100%.
films were made. A wonderful experience, and yeah, I think that's a good movie to talk about love as well. Yeah, it spoke about love.
And Jankar?
Well, I don't think Jankar is a cult film. I don't think Jankar is as textured and nuanced as Dil Chahta Hai. It's not a lesson on the various shades of life. You know what I mean? That's not what Jankar is. Jankar is the classic slacker buddy flick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, and it's to be taken that way. And if you take Jankar that way, then it's a barrel of fun.
Yeah.
And Sujoy was a first-time director, and your first film is invariably going to be a carbon copy replica of your soul, because that's all you know. You're going to just make it as to who you are, right?
Okay. It's time for the final course because no meal is complete without dessert.
Oh,
I feel
yes,
like if
of
anybody
course.
forgets to eat dessert at a date, cancel. Bye. Alright, so let's clear this out, bring in the final dish.
Oh, look, it's
Palmiers.
Palmiers.
Oh my God.
Rahul, there goes your diet.
I want to say that this date is going pretty well. At least I think so.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you guys, if you had to plan a date in Mumbai, very low cost, what would you guys do?
It would be close to my house because you wouldn't have to travel. So, and that's Juhu. So I'd take a walk down Juhu Beach, I suppose. What else?
And nowadays, though, I guess you can just call someone over and watch Netflix if you want.
True.
This guy.
Good point.
Yeah.
This guy.
I didn't plan that at all.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And what about you?
It would be different. You know, all the beautiful buildings in the Colaba area of Bombay.
Okay.
So invariably, what I do is we just drive late at night, and drive through and sort of talk through what the city used to be, and where Rope Walk Lane was, and where Trishna is, and there was a fort, and
An informative date, that would be. Yeah.
no, I don't go heavy on the information, but it's
Nostalgia
it's charming, it's
Nostalgia.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
Too
you guys should go and hit these guys up for more date ideas.
Yeah.
Because I'm writing these down. But thank you guys so much. This is the cast of Eternally Confused and Eager for Love. I feel a little less eternally confused, if that can be a thing.
I'm glad.
But can you guys look into the camera and each say one small thing about why people should watch this show?
You should definitely watch Eternally Confused and Eager for Love for amazing dates that went wrong, so you know what not to do. And just a good laugh. Get a beer, get a couple of friends, watch the show, have a laugh, enjoy life. Don't take it so seriously.
It tells a really cute story about, you know, the youth and how they deal with love, and how the parents have no clue how to deal with that kind of kid. So, yeah, for the young parents out there, it's a good lesson.
Yeah, it actually is just so relatable, and it's fun. And I play a tyrannical dad, and it's scary how easy it came to me.
And it's now streaming on Netflix. So please go watch
Yes.
Eternally Confused and Eager for Love.
The things one does.
Yes.